Welcome back. So this is going to be the second video I do on cleaning, and this will be about cleaning, swabbing between shots when we're trying to shoot groups like this, and how I got these groups. What I did beforehand, I had problems, and so I came up with this procedure, and we'll take a look at it now. So you may have seen the video where I shot these groups. It's they're all 500 grain Buffalo Arms suede paper patch. This was with 2 wraps and 3 wraps, 100 yards, same charge of powder, and I had never shot groups this tight, and I think a lot of that was the cleaning in between shots and not recognizing the difference it can make. So we'll take a look at the gear here. I have the 2 range rods, one set up with a jag, one with a ball puller. I have this Ballistol and water mix, probably, I don't know, it's like maybe 8-to-1 or something. I don't remember, but I could probably go with even more water in this. You have to, see what you like, experiment with it. And then we have the mechanics paper towels, and these are quarters of a sheet, and then some of them I'll cut in half. And then some of them I'll take the quarter and I'll twist some of these. And just fold it in half and then roll it tight. Roll it tight like that. That's all there is to it as far as that goes. So then, how do we use this? So I have the rice barrel on here. This is our long range accuracy barrel. And the thing with shooting groups that I found, or shooting at the bench and wiping between shots, is if you wipe all the way down to the breech plug, you can push that crud down in there in the flash channel and block that and have a misfire on the next shot. You can also get some oil and water down in the bottom and cause a misfire or powder contamination, whatever. So I wanted a process that would do that. And also, if you don't get it barrel pretty clean and dry, you can have differences in seating, loading, pressure, friction, and cause a problem. So we have this quarter of this paper towel. We wrap it up, and I'll wrap it like this so that when I'm going to screw that ball puller into this to withdraw it. But the first thing I do after I shoot is I'll drop this down in the bore, and I'll push it all the way down to the bottom, and it just slides right in. So it's not going to drag a bunch of stuff down and plug the flash channel. And take that rod out. The same rod with the jag on it. I'll take one of these and fold it in half. And we'll wet it out. And be careful here because you can punch a hole through this patch. It's not a big deal if you do, because we can withdraw, but I'll swab all the way down to that other paper towel that we put down in there, that plug. And I haven't fired this. I'm just showing the process. But, you would have a good amount of fouling on this patch. But I'll wipe it a few times up and down. And then we take the ball puller. You might want to set up you might want to set up a rod. I thought about it with this on one end and a jag on the other end, but I guess that could be for another video. But we'll take this and we'll drop it down to the bottom and turn clockwise until it grabs that paper towel pretty tight. And when it gets it pretty tight, you'll end up with that kind of resistance where it springs back. And pull it out. We'll pull it out, and it'll pull out any moisture. Will pull out with it. So the bottom of the barrel is dry, and all the oil and water is pretty much wiped out of the bore. And then I go ahead and I'll put my drop tube in and load. And that's essentially it. And I'll do that between each shot the same way. And then my first bullet, my last bullet, loads the same as the first. It slides right down. And this is when I started getting groups like this. Before that, it was, I made excuses. It must be just these guns are not that accurate, or, the bullet's not that accurate. The one thing I'll also mention here is that anything you gotta beat on with a starter just is not going to shoot well. Anything that any kind of fouling that causes resistance that doesn't let you just push that rod down and seat when you can just feel it touch that card is going to diminish your accuracy. So, or beating on the rod or any of that stuff. But that's it. That's the process. That's all there is to it. Hope this helps. And we'll do another video about cleaning in a hunting situation, wiping between shots, or that can be a kind of a pain. And, if you hunted with a muzzleloader, that you might have to reload for a follow-up shot. And then what do you do? Because you don't want to let this sit overnight with burnt powder residue, and you're going to lose a bullet when you pull it. So we'll get into that next time. Anyway, let me know what you think. You got something different that you do that works well. I know this works. It's a little bit more, but when we're shooting target, then the whole point is to get those tight groups, and I haven't found another way to do that. So anyway, thanks for stopping by.